The CEO asked if I'd be willing to donate a kidney to her husband during my job interview. I said yes to get the job, then ghosted them both after getting the offer letter. I blocked their numbers and moved to another state. Yesterday, I received a certified letter threatening to sue me for organ donation breach of contract. I still remember sitting in that sleek glass office wearing the only professional outfit I owned, rehearsing answers about my greatest weakness when the conversation took the most bizarre turn of my life. Your resume is impressive, Alexis, said Miss Winters, the CEO of Horizon Happenings. She was immaculately dressed, not a single gray hair out of place despite being in her 60s. But before we discuss your qualifications further, I have a personal question. I smiled politely, expecting something about my 5-year plan or willingness to relocate. My husband needs a kidney transplant, she said, maintaining direct eye contact. All our employees get tested for compatibility. Would that be an issue for you? I thought it was a strange hypothetical ethics question, maybe testing company loyalty. I laughed nervously. Of course not. I'd be happy to get tested. Her face lit up. We've interviewed 14 candidates this month and you are only the second to agree. The air director will send you the pre-testing paperwork with your offer letter. That's when I realized she was serious. Dead serious. The position pays $78,000 annually with excellent health benefits, obviously important for organ donors. She continued, sliding a folder across the desk. This contains information about living donation. The recovery time is just 4 to 6 weeks, during which you'd receive full pay, of course. I was 3 months behind on rent, had maxed out credit cards, and was eating Ramonine for every meal. The salary was double what I'd made at my last job, so I nodded and smiled, thinking I could figure it out later. The next day, I received the offer letter. Buried on page 7 was a clause stating, employee agrees to undergo medical testing for organ donation compatibility, and if compatible, seriously consider donation to CEO's family members as needed. I signed it. I needed that job. 2 days later, the HR director called. Great news. Your blood type is compatible with Mr. Winters. We've scheduled preliminary testing for Monday at 9 a.m. that night. I packed everything I owned into my car and drove to my cousin's place 3 states away. I blocked their numbers, deleted my Molly-Seedon, and changed my email address. 6 months later, I was settled in a new city with a normal job at a company that only wanted my marketing skills, not my internal organs. Then yesterday, a certified letter arrived from Winters Legal Group. Breach of implied contract for organ donation testing, emotional distress, specific performance. I showed it to my friend who's a lawyer. She laughed so hard she cried, then assured me it was unenforceable. You can't contract someone's organs, she explained. That's literally human trafficking. I later learned through industry contacts that Miss Winters had approached at least 20 other employees and job candidates about donating to her husband. Fraternally, his own family refused to get tested, which should have been my first red flag. The marketing director who eventually got hired after me lasted 3 months before quitting. Rumor has it she was compatible but backed out after learning more about the risks, and Miss Winters made her work life miserable afterward. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd stayed. Would I have been pressured daily until I gave up a kidney? Would my career advancement have depended on my willingness to literally give a piece of myself to the boss's family? I don't regret running away. Some job benefits aren't worth the cost, and some red flags are actually crimson banner screaming danger. I still have both kidneys, a decent job, and a wild story that no one believes until I show them the legal letter I keep framed on my wall as a reminder. Always read the fine print, especially when someone asks for your organs during a job interview. Some companies want your time and talent, others want parts of your actual body. Know which one you are interviewing with.